Hello, Serial Man. Here are as many as 12 unreported options for all tastes, different genres, different themes, good ratings. I mean, everything to make your night. And now I'm going to get started. Number 1, Travelers, a series on the theme of time travel. And although the idea is not new, the creators managed to add its peculiarity. The plot is wise and the main characters are many and not immediately understand what their plan is. So in the future, humanity is on the verge of extinction, but technology allows people to return to the past and try to fix things. Heroes are several, and they are travelers who know the exact place and time of death of a person and can project consciousness into his body and then continue to live for him. Later, the travelers team up and begin to change the course of history and prevent various disasters. All team members have skills that help them in this difficult endeavor, as well as accurate information from the future about literally all events on Earth. But of course, there will be mistakes and unaccounted for accidents. Therefore, to find out whether the travelers will be able to save humanity, you'll have to watch all 3 seasons. Number 2, Good Behavior, a dynamic and unpredictable crime thriller about busy everyday life, a nimble con artist. The main character is wonderfully played by Michelle Dockery. Letty has recently been released from prison and now must behave in an exemplary manner in order not to go back. But stealing Letty does not stop, but only tries to be more careful. Once cleaning rooms in an expensive hotel, Letty almost got caught, but that's not the point. She had a chance to listen to the conversation between the killer and the customer. Is that right? She found out who was going to be killed and when, and after much thought, for the first time in her life, she wanted to do something good and save the victim. But how do you do that? Because she takes an incredible risk. She has a love affair with a killer to try to stop him, and his name is Javer. He's charming and very dangerous, but those aren't the only important things on Letitia's agenda. She needs to sing less, get a job so the police don't put her on the books, make up with her mom, and try to be a better person. Grab plenty of cookies to last you for 2 seasons and enjoy the show. Number 3, The Sinner, very decent serial detective with Jessica Biel, thanks to the non-linear narrative and endless intrigue you will just not tear away from the screen. Detective Harry gets a strange case soon to find. Caring mother, an exemplary wife during a vacation on the beach with her family suddenly out of the blue, pounced with a knife on a guy who flirted with his girlfriend. The wounds were fatal and the poor man died. And the criminal admitted guilt and was ready to go to jail. But the detective decides to look into something. The killer was a stranger to her victim. Why would she attack a stranger, especially in front of her husband and young son? She has no mental illness or dependence on medication, and according to acquaintances, such an act is not in her character at all. In general, together with the detective, we will step-by-step investigate this case and get answers. The series has 3 seasons to the delight of fans of the detective genre.
I want you to help me.
I won't abandon you.
Number 4, Flesh and Bone, drama series about ballet. I added it to the selection, especially for those who watched the recently released Fragile Creatures and are now looking for something similar. Flesh and Bones has only 1 season of 8 one-hour episodes, and it's easy to get through in a weekend. The main character, promising ballerina Claire, has had a lot in her life that she doesn't want to remember. In an instant, she decides to put the past behind her and runs away from home to get used to the American Ballet Company. Artistic director Paul Mason immediately recognizes Claire's talent and grace and thinks of making her the star of the upcoming production of Giselle. But his decision will have many buts, and Claire will not only have to work at the limit of their abilities and compromise their pride, but also become the object of hatred of the other dancers. Harrison calls them angels, but they look like angels, and the heroine will have to be strong to survive in this serpentarium. Number 5, The Exorcist, fascinating serial thriller on the theme of exorcism. If you went to the movie Constantine, Lord of Darkness, and all in this spirit, then Expel the Devil would be in the theme. There are 2 seasons. At the center of the story is a young priest, Father Thomas Ortega. On Sundays, he preaches to the flock how to properly believe, but himself, it seems, disbelieved in many things. When he was approached by a parishioner who claimed that her daughter Catherine was possessed by a demon, he tried to dissuade the woman Demons are just a fiction of the church to justify some disease. However, soon Father Thomas begins to torment dreams. He sees exorcism rites which are conducted by a priest he does not know and realizes that perhaps this is the sign he has been waiting for all his life. As it turns out, the priest from the dream is real. Together with Father Thomas, they will have to join their efforts to fight demons. And they'll start just as the girl Catherine is possessed.
I think there's something wrong with me.
Number 6, USA Juror, Belgian detective series with a mystical background lasting 2 seasons. Its main virtues are suspense, atmosphere, and intrigue. An unknown killer killed a young girl named Kato in a hotel room and escaped. Kato wakes up, though, only in the form of a drone ghost that no one sees, or almost nobody. Kato doesn't remember what happened that night and who is responsible for her death. So she starts to investigate. The police, of course, also understands the case, and they have their own methods. So the audience will see the approximate circle of communication of the victim and can also speculate about the identity of the alleged killer. And here's how it works out. He will understand what to what already in the middle of the series, and some will be tormented until the end.
Perfectly. Me.
Number 7, The Nick, a 2-season drama series from Steven Soderbergh, director of such films as Ocean's Friends, Jacket, Side Effect, and Oscar-winning Traffic. Hospital can be safely attributed to the most successful projects of the director, and a very high rating of the series will not let me lie, but the affected theme of surgery. Not everyone will like the realistic scenes. Keep in mind, so in this story, it's 1900 New York City. Patients are already being taken to the hospital by ambulance, but so far it's been horse-drawn. And although the standard of medicine has improved in the last 5 years compared to what it was, patients of doctors, especially surgeons, have more often died than survived. No wonder no one wants to go to the hospital. Thus, the Necky Boker Private Clinic has so far tried unsuccessfully to turn on a profit. This is where the ambitious Dr. Hyro works. After the death of a colleague, he receives his position, and the management imposed deputy promising Dr. Edwards, who is categorically disliked because of the color of his skin. Nevertheless, they are to work together and accomplish many achievements.
About any one person's happiness.
Tell me, what is it about?
No plan survives conflict.
This was the last series of today's selection. If you have already watched something from it, then write your opinion in the comments. It will be useful for those who are still just choosing a series for the evening. Well, I'm not saying goodbye for long. See you soon in the new video.